just identifying where we currently are in terms of the investigation. I'll hand over to Mr. Shaw, the principal at Leasowes High School, who will read a short statement, after which I will take some questions, but because of the sensitive nature of the investigation and clearly the distress this has caused the local community, in particular the school, I would ask that you refrain from asking Mr. Shaw any questions directly about that. The update I can give you from an investigative perspective, we are now in a position to formally name the dead girl that was fatally injured this morning on the bus in Hagley Road in Birmingham. The name of the girl is Christina Edkins. She's 16 years old and she is a pupil at Leasowes High School in Leasowes. Firstly, I'd like to send our condolence from West Midlands Police to the family, the friends, to the staff and pupils at Leasowes High School for this distressing, traumatic investigation that has occurred. Again, I'm in a position to say that we have arrested a male earlier on today. He is a 22-year-old male. He was arrested at the back of Morrison's on the Hagley Road, which is not far from where the incident occurred this morning. Officers on high visibility patrol in the area who were aware of the description of the male that we were looking for have seen a male fitting that description acting furtively around the back of Morrison's. They challenged him, a short bus chase took place and a male has been detained and is currently in custody. I am in a position to say at this moment we are not looking for anybody else in relation to this inquiry. Specially trained officers will now deal with that particular individual over the course of the next day or two, and we'll be able to give you further updates as the investigation progresses over the next 24 hours. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank members of the public who have taken the time and effort to call in the dedicated number and offer some valuable intelligence and information around what they saw or what information they may have. I would like to appeal and to say to anybody out there that still hasn't contacted West Midlands Police, if you do have any information that you think is relevant to this investigation, please still contact us. Even though we have a male in custody, the information you provide can help us piece the investigation together even further. I will now hand over to Mr. Shaw, who, like I say, will give a brief statement and then I'll be prepared to take some questions.
We're deeply saddened to hear the tragic news today of Christina's death in Birmingham. She was a bright and popular student, much loved by staff and students alike, and she will be greatly missed by the school. Our thoughts and hearts go out to her family and everyone who knew Christina. We're working closely with the police and a team of counsellors to provide support to all of our pupils and staff. I believe that's all I want to say.
Yes, Baker, Judith Lawrence, BBC News. Can I ask whether you can give us any more information about the time running up to the attack on board the bus? Whether you said earlier that Christina was only on that bus a short time before this happened, but what have you been able to establish about what happened in the run-up to it? Whether this individual man was on board for some time, if anything happened before they boarded the bus, anything like that?
I'm in a position to say that at this particular stage we believe the male was already on the bus before Christina boarded the bus, and that the incident happened quite shortly after Christina got onto the bus. Enquiries are still obviously in a very early stage, so beyond that I wouldn't want to speculate any further. We're still looking at all the available evidence and speaking to witnesses who were at the scene.
I know that includes CCTV footage. Can I just check, does that include cameras that were on board the bus that may have caught any of this on tape?
Yeah, we have an amount of CCTV evidence which we're currently trawling through, which has been extremely helpful to the enquiry and will continue to be so.
Is there any suggestion that they know anyone?
Yes, there were cameras on the bus.
Do they know each other? Or is that one line?
Again, at this stage, it's a line of enquiry that we're looking at. There's nothing immediately to suggest that is the case, but again, I wouldn't like to speculate.
Was she on her own when she boarded the bus?
We believe so, yes.
Alex,
Hi, Joran. Sorry to ask you this question. How many people were on the bus when this happened?
I'm not in not in a position to answer that, and please don't think I'm being obstructive. We know there were a number of people on the bus. We have had some people come forward immediately, but I do believe there were people who were on the bus that as of yet have not come forward. In relation to buses, what I would like to say is West Midlands Police, with our key partners, will continue a high visibility presence in and around the area of Birmingham, in and around the transport network of Birmingham, to offer those reassurance to users of the buses and other public transport. But again, I would like to state we are not looking at anybody or anybody else in relation to this incident.
Are you looking into her social media presence? Because some of the tweets she sent a while back seem quite concerning about a man on a bus. Is that something you're aware of?
Yes, again, it's a line of inquiry that we're looking at. Investigations like this, especially involving young people who quite often have a social networking footprint, that will always form part of an investigation, and it is definitely a line of inquiry.
Can you tell us anything else about Christina? We don't know much about her, but whether she has siblings, how long she's been coming to the school, that kind of thing.
At the moment, I'm not in really a position to go any further and elaborate any further. As you can appreciate, the distressing nature of the incident, the family are distraught. We've got family liaison officers, especially trained officers with the family, giving them that support. I'm sure support